Welcome to the Jira Life, the place to find news, events, and interviews with the Atlassian community's movers and shakers. Join our hosts, Alex, Dr. Jira Ortiz, and Rodney, the Jira guy Nissen, as well as the Jira amigos in the peanut gallery, as we sit down and discuss the latest going on in the Atlassian ecosystem. Because we didn't choose the Jira Life chose us.
Bienvenidos a este episodio muy especial de la Jira Life. Ahora tenemos a nuestro invitado Fede Baronti. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, ¿qué tal, Alex? ¿Cómo estás? Hello, everyone. How's it going? That was a really cool intro. Yeah, exactly. That was really good, eh? That was.
I think we should just stick with that from now on.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenidos. Yeah, that was really cool. Hey, how's it going, man? Everything all right?
I mean, it's better now that I have you in front of me.
Good. Nice.
So for those of us who don't speak Spanish, it's, as Alex said, we have a very special guest today in Fede Baronti here with us. And I understand just enough Spanish to kind of get the gist of what he's saying, but not really.
I was going to say, that what I did?
But not really.
But not really. Well, that's okay. At some point, I bet that you're going to learn some Spanish in order to understand a little bit, because I bet that you're going to be able to travel back to Europe at some point, and you're going to pass by Spain. And that's going to help you a lot, you know? That's
considering that one of us has been to Spain and the other one hasn't, like, you would think the other one's Spanish is better.
Yeah.
You would assume.
You would assume.
So, Fede, what did I miss out? Because these guys wouldn't tell me. What did I miss out? Like,
well, not much. If you've been to Vegas, you know, you didn't miss out that much.
In the Spanish culture, I learned about this ham that Ryan shut up about.
Well, I have to say, you know, that, yeah, you missed out on that. I'm sorry. But we can bring some to you, you know. Yeah, during in the next year, you know. In Anaheim.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, you gotta put it on your to-do list. We'll make a Jira ticket.
There's a local grocery store that actually imports it from Spain here.
Costco has
Alex,
it too, right?
next time you come, we'll have to get one.
Costco has it? Like
not
Costco. $300 version of
Lidl.
Costco? Oh my gosh, it's Sarah Right. Bienvenido.
Welcome.
Hello. I know he's like, who's this lady just popping up? Are we?
It's all in Spanish, Sarah. So that's.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm recognizing it might be his show, so
have
take
you
it
met
over,
Fede?
No.
Fede,
Don't worry.
This is the amazing Sarah Right. She's never wrong. That's how we introduce her.
That's a good one. That's good. Well, I promise that if I can, I will bring you some jamon. Okay? Some ham. Yeah, exactly. Because it's really good. You know, this is something that is really nice. Well, in Spain, there's no bad food. Okay, I have to say that. You know, I'm really proud to be living in Spain because you know, I'm a big eater, you know, and I like food, and I'm a big foodie, you know, and all the food is really good. But jamon is like it's like the golden food right here. It's like amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not that good, but it's never bad. You know?
I don't think Mexicans are as infatuated with ham, but we do like chicharrones.
Yeah, well, that's
which
not
we
bad.
grab the pig skin and we, you know, put hot boiling oil over that and let it crinkle up, and then
exactly. That's really tasty too. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
Sarah, you should have seen me the first time I went to St. Louis, and we're like looking for a Hispanic store to buy food, my food. We couldn't find anything, and then we found like this super sketchy part of St. Louis. And I tell my wife, I'm like, man, you can take the Mexican out of Mexico, but you can't take the Mexican out of him.
I guarantee you it's vastly improved now.
I don't know. I was gonna get carne asada, and I was like, God knows how many flies have been here, because like the number of people inside that store was like me. I'm like, it didn't look like anybody had visited that store in a very long time. I did miss Conchitas. Do you guys? I bet now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know that I've ever actually looked at the difference between Spanish and Mexican food.
Well, I bet that there's a lot of difference. For starters, Mexican food is way spicier, right?
Well, maybe I'll survive
Mm.
with Spanish food then because I don't like spicy food.
Okay, good. Yeah, I bet that you're gonna like Spanish food.
I just did not know that the ham was such a thing. Like,
It is. It
It
is.
is. It's huge.
Serrano, right?
Yes, Serrano.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember. I want to say it was Team 21 because I had to miss it, and I heard Deiser had brought some hamon, and I was so upset that I wasn't able to be there.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't us. 2021 wasn't us. It was Comalatec that brought some jamon.
Them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
we gotta get somebody
We-
from that show on here.
yeah, exactly. I
They got some
believe.
explaining to do.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that Deiser brought jamon to summit, but it was like, I don't know, 2014, 2012, 2014, something like that. And they brought a lot of jamon, and they even made a t-shirt about it. And and Comala copied that. A little bit. But it was really good ham. From the Comala. I ate a lot of that ham. So.
So,
Yeah.
Fede,
Yep.
talk to me. Tell me about these videos that you're just publishing after the app, one after. Who are you looking at, and how do you do these transitions? They're so amazing. Where do you get that inspiration?
Well, the inspiration comes first of all from looking at other videos, checking out, how other creators do their videos, and I don't know. And sometimes, I just think about them and how could we do this? How could I do this? And it just happens.
Is anybody else helping you, or are you ever afraid you're just gonna walk off the ledge there?
No one's helping me, because whatever you're seeing right here is my place, because most of the time, when I want to go out and record, I have to bring a lot of stuff. How it is to record, you have to bring a lot of stuff, the stick with the camera, microphones, and stuff. And I still need to improve on that. How you say, on that configuration, and since it's really easy to be here in my terrace, in the terrace, here at my place,
That's your legit view of if you go outside, this is what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, and it's super cool, man. I like it. That's why I rented this place, because it's, you can see the south, the south of Madrid. It's a really expanded view. Right now I can see it.
And to clarify, you're not actually Spanish, right? You're Argentinian.
Yeah, I'm Argentinian, man. Yes, exactly. I've been living in Spain for several years now. I left Argentina 20 years ago, but I've been around. I spent almost 3 years in England and another almost 3 years in Canada. And it's been, I think, 9 years since I'm back here in Madrid. Because first of all, I came here to study, to Madrid. I've been around, and then I came back to Madrid, and I like Madrid a lot, and that's why I came back. So yeah, whenever you're in Madrid, do not hesitate to call me, to pop a message. I'll bring you around. I'll show you around Madrid.
We'll just put your terrace picture right in Google Maps and find it and be like, it's right here.
That's it. Yes. Go ahead.
They're just such creative videos, right? And I mean, when you're talking about a video, not only are you able to get that point across, but you also keep it very interesting. I'm mainly just interested, I'm just waiting for that camera to just.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm prepared. I have a tripod and stuff like that. Well, there was this one where my girlfriend, she wasn't working at that time. Well, she wasn't working because she just finished working an hour before. She helped me, in one of those, and it was cool. The one that it's out in the forest, which it was in the forest, is the Retiro Park, which is in the middle of Madrid. It's right here, right, 100 meters away. Which is like Madridian Central Park, if you want to call it. So yeah, exactly. And it's nice. It was nice. She helped me a lot, but yeah. She gets nervous, because I want to repeat it a lot. I how it is when you record videos, that it doesn't, you don't, you don't finish it on the first try. You have many tries. And it's and she went a little bit crazy. Not crazy. She went a little bit like nervous. Come on, just say it. And I'm like, okay, just give me a minute.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that easy. You'd
No.
be surprised. Like if you put a camera in front of my face, deer in headlights. I could not. Like
I
I can do this here, but if you were
being
like,
live,
what do you think of this? I'm like, what is Jira?
yeah, being live is so much easier than trying to sit down and record a video. I don't know what it is about it, but it is an entirely different feeling when you're. I mean, this is just like hanging out with friends, and then we go to record a video, and it's like I forget how to speak.
Well, Ronnie, if you remember 2 years ago, that was one of the decisions. One of the key deciding factors when we started to commit to the Jira Life was it's got to be live because neither of us have enough time to script, schedule, think about this thing, or edit it even after the fact, right? Like what you see is what you get.
That's really cool,
Welcome.
That's really, yeah, exactly. It's first of all, it's really cool, and the other thing is that recording it takes a lot of work, and well, I think that it's gonna be exclusive, but
hold up, juicy details.
yeah, exactly, because the Deiser Connection is changing format.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a weekly long video of 10 minutes or so, anymore. Now, from next week, it's going to be another format. We're going to showcase different short videos, and then one monthly video with some news and some other maybe juicy details, about the Atlassian ecosystem,
So let me ask you a deeper question on that then. So when you make those videos where I think you're going to walk off the ledge there,
yeah.
Are those, do you pre-plan those with your team, kind of like what you're talking about here with Deiser Connection, or are these just like Fede has an idea, he just goes out there and records?
But it's usually related to the long video. It's like a sneak peek on the longer video, but it's not going to be like that anymore. Though the short videos are going to be about Atlassian Ecosystem news, Atlassian Ecosystem features in Jira, the new philosophy of the system of work, etc., etc. That's going to be the first one. Next week. It's already done. It's already recorded. It's already saved. We release it next week.
It is in the can, as they say.
It is in the can. There you go. That's it. It's in the can. That's it. And since next week, everything's going to change a little bit. It's going to give me a little bit more time to focus on my partner manager side, but at the same time, I'm gonna still be doing videos, because a 1 minute video trying to explain the system of work, it's a lot. It's a lot, and the thing is that we're focusing on YouTube. YouTube is our main channel, apart from LinkedIn, etc. But the first place where the video is going to be shown is going to be YouTube Shorts. And for now, they're only allowing 1 minute videos for it to be a short.
Yeah, eventually you get 3 minutes, but I haven't tested the 3 minute yet. I'm still keeping it to 60 seconds.
Exactly.
It was a bit early, but I tried posting a like 1.5 minute video while we were at Team 24 Europe, and YouTube did not like it at that time.
Yeah, we're looking. We're trying to know, when is it going to be? Because, as I said before, trying to explain a concept, as kind of a big concept in 1 minute is a little bit of no, it's not a stretch. It's like, well, it's a challenge. Exactly.
I feel like what could happen is, like Twitter/X, right? It's like, get it in this much. And so then people are like writing chapters, it's like, I'm going to tell you this part in 144, and then I'm going to follow up, right away with another 144. And that's kind of where I could see
TikTok first came out, it was very much like that. They'd be like, they go and like do something, and they're like, make sure you like and subscribe and come back for the next one.
Exactly.
We're running out of time.
But you barely have time to put a cliffhanger in there because you only have time.
Exactly. And well, we thought about that, but we said, okay, let's see. Well, we're playing with it, It's gonna be fun to play with this new format. So let's see.
So how much these are here? YouTube's a pretty big investment, right? So what are some of the goals, right? Some of the objectives that you guys are trying to do with investing into YouTube?
Well,
You can share and not get fired, obviously, because every time I ask questions, they're like fireable questions.
fireable questions. Don't worry. No, I wasn't planning on giving you all the details either, But no, yeah. The thing is that we're trying to bring people to our brand. It's like what everyone wants, right? Everyone wants to showcase their brand, their personal brand, their company's brand, and so on. And that's what we're trying to do right now. That's why I started to focus on the creativity in order to attract people. Those videos were, first of all, it might seem funny, that I go through this place, and then I appear through the other side of the screen, It's like, it's engaging, right? But then, I start talking about another a topic that seems important, that it is important, and it's interesting, and I think that it's somehow engaging, right?
You're gonna do is Casey Neistat style of video in your future?
As sorry,
Casey Neistat.
Who's that?
He's one of the biggest YouTubers, and what he does is he'll place the camera,
yeah,
and then he goes out a shot, and then like an elevator door opens, and he walks out into the elevator, like out of the elevator, right?
Oh, okay.
But like he literally had the camera outside, and like he went back into the elevator, opened the door again, and walked out, like if it was like the first time walking out. But he stays with the camera as he's moving around, so it looks like it's like a third-party perspective, but he's telling a story through it.
That's pretty cool.
That's storytelling, right?
And yeah, exactly. That's a big part of storytelling. What where you are, and how you want the viewer to see you, and what's around you. That's also part of the storytelling, and it's really interesting. I'm gonna ask again at some point, who that person is, yeah, exactly.
Casey, I'll drop it in the chat so you guys.
Cool.
Casey Neistat.
Neistat. It rings a bell, but
you ever go to New York?
Okay. Cool. And what was I going to say? I was going to say something about creativity and so on, but it's such a big concept, it's such a big thing, that
so I'm just going to throw this out there. I know you guys are doing the new format.
Yeah.
I still think you need a special guest to be there live for the first one. Probably someone who just got their passport recently.
Could be.
Oh my God. Did you?
Start making some room, get a couch ready. Talk to that girlfriend, make sure she lets me have friends over.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. You got your passport already.
Yeah, I'm coming to Barcelona or Madrid, right? Madrid's where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. We'll barbecue something. We'll put something on the fire.
Yeah, get some jamon. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Yeah, no jamon. You don't put jamon on the barbecue. It's no, you don't, man. You don't put that. Hey Ed, how's it going, man? Yeah, they let me in. Just to chat a little bit about jamon and barbecue.
My brother-in-law brings you up every chance he gets.
That's I'm really glad about it. And you know what? I'm saving a surprise for your brother-in-law for when I'm in Anaheim.
It's so funny because like that little picture, right, in Rick and Morty that you had back there, the impact that it has on non-Atlassian community members.
Yeah, exactly.
My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law know nothing about this, but they've established such a connection with you, and not only just you, but your company, right? Because they're sporting your socks, they're sporting your merch. They're getting questions of like, what is this? Right? And so they're out there spreading to like non-Atlassian community members, like the Deiser love, right? And what they do, who they are, and stuff like that. So it's a really good, interesting reach that I don't see a lot of marketplace vendors taking advantage of either.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
really
know
glad
I'm
that you
talking
said
about
that.
pure serendipity, but it's an interesting concept, right? Where you like connecting with non-Atlassians to grow the Atlassian, to grow your brand.
Exactly. That's pretty cool. That's a plus, that you get when you do this, and I really like connecting with people, chatting to people, and learning where they're from, and how they are right now, and I don't know if you noticed, but I changed the poster right there.
I was looking at it right now. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's not Rick anymore. That's from the movie Clerks. I don't know if you know Clerks, a Kevin Smith movie. Yeah, exactly. It's one of my favorite movies, from all time, and Kevin Smith, it's not a super good movie, but it's for me, I it's in my heart, and I appreciate that movie a lot. And I changed it. Yeah.
I mean, I know what Clerks is. I can tell by Sarah's reaction. She knows what it is.
Yeah,
I know for
exactly.
a fact King Bob probably does. Alex, I would be surprised if he knows what the movie is.
Nope. not a chance.
Okay. If you have a chance, then I think you should watch it at some point. It's a 94 movie, 1994 movie. It's not Jay and Silent Bob. There you go.
I was 5 years old in 1994.
Yeah, well, I think I was 12 years old. Yeah.
You've got to watch Clerks. You've got to watch Mallrats, and then you got to
I
watch.
am not taking movie recommendations from you, Rodney. So hush.
Yeah, but he has a really good point. He gave you
the last time he gave me a movie recommendation, I ended up watching a black screen for 30 minutes.
It's a classic. I'm sorry. You need a good background to be cultured.
It was a black screen for 30 minutes, and the worst part is I couldn't not look at it with the little sliver of hope that something magical would happen.
The movie he's talking about is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That's what I thought it would be. Yeah.
It popped up in my mind. Yeah.
Yes. What are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, but what were you all doing in the 60s that you had 30 minutes to just stare at a black screen?
Wait. Ask that. I'm going to re-ask that so you can hear yourself. What were they all doing in the 60s so that they could sit and stare at a black screen for 30 minutes? I think you know.
Watching a black screen for 30 minutes is what you were doing.
I think you know what they were doing so that a black screen up for 30 minutes was very interesting. Just saying.
Clever.
Mm-hmm.
It all just came back. Wow. You're bad, Sarah. You're bad.
That's cool. That's nice. Well, and there's something here for your brother-in-law, that I'll bring back to Anaheim with me.
Okay. Don't forget it because it's a long U-turn.
Yeah, exactly. No, I won't forget it. Don't worry about it.
You got the jamon. I mean, you got to start making some Jira tickets here because you're gonna forget.
I'm gonna start sending the jamon maybe next week. I'll send the posters, in December. And so
I think you got a new business. You got like a whole new subscription business here.
Yeah, exactly.
Things from Spain, from Madrid.
I am offering my services to the marketplace vendors if they want to send anything to my house. I'll hold it for them because it's just a couple minutes away from the conference.
Oh wait, I'll volunteer for box opening videos. Like, just send me stuff and I'll just open the boxes and show everybody swag once a week. I'm in.
That's a series we gotta start doing.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a nice business, renting your space, in order for everyone to send everything, and the opening boxes.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is your merch to get there when the conference is over, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Send it early. My house is available.
Just
get a couple storage units too. You're set, man.
So, Fede, what is this trash talk about QuizBiz that's going on?
There wasn't any trash talk. There were some updates. I don't know if Said is listening or he might be listening, but we have how would you call it? Injured player? No, he's not injured. He cannot make it. Leo, he's my colleague and he's my teammate for the Quiz Wiz. He's not going to be able to make it for at least for the first one, but since he's not making it for the first one, we're changing, players right now, and Alvaro Aranda is joining me instead of Leo. So I'll send the news to Saeed right after this, so he doesn't go like, oh my god.
Are you excited? What are your? Is this the first time you participate on the quiz whiz?
Yes, it's my first time.
Where's your mindset coming into this?
My
mindset. What do you do to prepare?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. My mindset is
like thing, man. This is not something one just shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
Says Alex.
I'm a really big quiz fan. I always go to when there's a pub quiz. In the pub here next to my place. I always go. I try to go. At least I'm a really big fan of this kind of games. And let's see. And Alvaro and I are really competitive. We had a Mario Kart tournament in Deiser at one point. And he was really pissed off because I won. So that's I'm the actual champion of Deiser. Mario Kart. So if you want to play Mario Kart against me,
there's something we gotta do at Team 25 Mario Kart tourney.
That would be awesome, man.
We got Switches available.
Yeah, exactly. I have a Switch right here. I can bring my Switch too. I will send you my Switch, in January, so you can keep it. Yeah, exactly. So you can keep it until Team.
Get one of those little mini projectors, so wherever there's a wall, you guys can start playing.
We're ready to roll. Exactly. I did now that since we do have Ed here, we do now need to start at some point coordinating the order of operations of events because there will be a barbecue at my house I'm here before, but then there's also gonna be trips to Disneyland, and I just dropped $6,000 on annual passes to Disneyland, so there will be trips to Disneyland. Do let me know so I can tag along with you. But now we got to coordinate. When are we doing barbecue? When are we doing Disneyland? When are we doing Disneyland and barbecue?
Are you actually going to the conference or just doing all the
I know, right? It's like, is it
Alex, you're killing me.
Live stream, right? It's recorded, right?
See, I sound like an alt con, right? Like afterwards. What's that, Rodney?
Alex, you're killing me here.
Which part? Oh, yeah, sorry. Do we want to break those news?
I mean, we might as well now.
Might as well. Go ahead.
So, I'm super excited about Team 25. I would love to be there with everyone. But with some of the health issues I've had over the past year, talk with doctors, it's looking like I'm going to require a surgery coming up. And the time frame we're looking at means I'll still be recovering about the time for Team 25. So, fortunately, I will not be able to make it this year.
Oh, so we'll all have to broadcast everything so that Ronnie feels like he was there.
Yeah, he did that in Barcelona. Yeah, so it's your turn now, right?
That's the turnabout is Barcelona. I mean, Fede could testify. I was busy.
Yes. Every time I saw him, he was really busy with the camera, the microphone, with everything, talking to people.
You guys ever watched The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
When Sheldon got sick that one time and he had like that little that
robot, yeah, with the screen, right? Yeah. Exactly.
He's gonna put Rodney on one of those.
Exactly.
On one of those. That would be cool. It's a tech conference, right? So it's technology, man. It's cool. It's nice.
I mean, it is. And if something more like that were to be arranged, I'd definitely be up for it. But I mean, I want to be around for Team 26 and 27. So you got to do the needful, which means sometimes you get to miss out on some of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, and it's better for you to have some rest, and recover till 100% again, Yep. It's nice. It's cool.
And I love Andy's idea. If one of the partners was arranged, cardboard cuts on Rodney, just put them all over the place, take pictures of them, I would absolutely be up for it.
Nice.
You gotta send me your silhouette, Rodney. We'll get something cut out and put in there.
And could you have it? Is it still called Bash? Because it's been so long since I've been to one, and just see how many drunk people go try to talk to Rodney's cutout instead of real Rodney. Be like, hey man,
dude, we could do a live stream of that. That would be amazing.
I like this idea.
Yes.
I mean, I'm so many thoughts are coming to my mind about what we could do.
Oh, could we hire like it's LA, right? There's plenty of people who could act like him, and we could see how many people we can fool and be like, is this really Rodney? And get people who look like him, like actor look like.
Get like a doppelganger.
Yes.
That would be awesome, to walk around with Rodney and people coming. Oh, that would be cool, stopping that doppelganger,
Yes, just have 20 or 30 of them everywhere, and everybody will be like, no, I saw Rodney.
Yeah, Rodney was there. What are y'all talking about? And then the best part is Rodney's got to follow it up, right? Rodney's got to like talk about all the experiences just like if he was there.
Exactly. Be like, yes, we saw him. And yeah.
Rodney, you seem more engaged this year than he normally does.
And then there'll be like a massive Mandela effect, right? Because then everybody will think like, even if they didn't see you, they're like, no, I saw him for sure. Like everybody has this memory that they just can't quite say is or isn't true, but it'll be a collective memory.
Like literally Rodney just needs to continue like he has to make no mention that he wasn't there.
Right.
And just make all the announcements like if he was there. Like green screen him in, like somebody should dress up like in a green shirt, green mask, like with Rodney, and like just do it like if Rodney was there.
I love it. Or goodness knows AI is there, right? We'll just bring him in.
Deep fake it, yeah.
Still makes me uncomfortable. The whole like swapping out my voice, use my voice. Oh God, I'm gonna quit talking so people can't use my voice, or I don't know. We're already past that.
It's
already like, we got it. We can make you say anything now, Sarah.
The way I see it is there's enough videos on the Jira Life that ship has already sailed.
Completely.
I know. I am very low-key, very scared about the future because of that.
But no, seriously, I'm going to do my best to keep up with everything. I'm not guaranteeing I won't do a live pad event with the Jira Life guys if needed. But I'm still going to find ways to have my fun from afar.
I still think though that like if we put you in some sort of like a flatbed truck, we can just get you shipped across the country.
Mister, just come here and have the surgery over here.
Yeah.
This is what I offered.
Yeah,
Okay, here's what I offered. I said, come months before, right?
Yeah.
Do the surgery over here, just do the recovery here, and then you're already here for the event.
I have another idea. We also like bubble boy him. So he's just in the big bubble walking around the conference, right? So he's like, yeah, right? Like
that might be
That
might be more dangerous for the stitches. I am not known for my coordination.
Okay, so we can all like pitch and get an ambulance and get you driven out here. It's just like what, 30-hour drive?
Exactly.
I know someone who might actually do that, so don't tempt.
I'm just saying, Ronnie, where there's a will, there's a way. We can get you out here, and it doesn't involve.
Those are really good ideas, man. You're having really good ideas.
There's probably like a train that gets all the way, like Route 66. Just go find the top of Route 66 and get it over here.
Route 66 is like a mile from my house. I'll meet you there.
There you go.
We'll head down.
Drive up to St. Louis, and then catch the train down to LA.
I feel like there's a whole song that goes with this, with Route 66, and yeah, get on a train for sure.
Was it on the 60s as well?
Yes. Yes, it would have been.
I'm telling you, Ronnie, we're going to get you out here. We're going to figure it out. We're engineers. We are going to figure this out.
I appreciate the sentiment, but as I said, I really should take the time and do this right one time and not have to go under repeatedly.
That's what I'm telling you. Okay, fine. Then we'll just like push you around in a hospital bed.
Oh my god, that's not over. That's totally
exactly. It's like from the list of ideas, that's the worst. It's an idea, man. That's kind of the worst.
It is theoretically feasible.
I'm just spitballing here, okay? I'm just spitballing.
Well, let's focus then. Is there going to be a Team 25 Europe that then we can focus our attention on and get Rodney to Team 25 Europe? Oh, they're not saying? They didn't announce one?
We've already asked. The community has asked. And
And Atlassian hasn't answered.
They've got to wait till 3 months beforehand, surprise us with it, and then watch all of the partners scramble to make it.
Right. Like, wait, what?
If only they had a tool where they can pre-plan.
Oh, wait. So they could come up with some ideas, log them someplace, assign things out for folks to do. It's a good idea, Alex. Build that.
We should build that tool.
Only
what
there's
do
some
you
sort
call
of
it? Like
tool for
Jira?
I don't know. I call it Jira. Call
Jira?
it like what would we call
Euro.
that?
Jiro. I would call it Jiro with like a G.
The Jiro, and then it'd be the Jiro hero.
Fede, would you want a team in Europe? Yes, of course. Anywhere in Europe. It's everything is close here. So it will be really cool. Barcelona was good. Did you like Barcelona, Rodney? Have you been?
I
before?
love Barcelona.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What really broke my heart is I had so many invitations to go all over Europe afterwards, and I'm like, I do have doctor's appointments I got to get to because I am barely making it right now. So
In a lot of ways.
Next time I'll take a week. I'll take 2 weeks. We'll make an event of it. But this year I do need to get back home.
Yeah. Makes sense. What would you like for Team 25, in Europe to be like, or where would you like it to be? If there's a Team 25 Europe.
Vienna.
Sorry? Indiana. Vienna. Okay. That's a really cool city too. It's a little bit boring, but it's really good. Yeah. Well, it's nice.
My Austrian heart is broken by those.
I'm really sorry, but it's a little bit boring. But it's nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's beautiful. Yes.
I'll take it anywhere where the street signs are in English or in Spanish.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, my boy.
If we want to bet, if we need to bet, my money is gonna be on Amsterdam. I believe that they want to do it in Amsterdam. Yeah.
I mean, they did the JSM event in Amsterdam last year, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Andy also agrees with that. Yes, they did that, and it was a blast.
Imagine the other Andy, once he wakes up and watches this tomorrow, will also agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I would also put in a vote for, like somewhere in Poland. Would be lovely too. I feel like that could be an easy draw for some folks.
Yeah,
Poland was fun.
Yeah, we met in Poland
there too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we met in Poland too. That was really good. That was a really good event.
Coliseum and do it at the Coliseum.
Yes. Well, can we rent that? Alcohol. Hello, Rome. Can we borrow the Coliseum? 3 days. It'll be a lot less. It won't be.
Think of the bash party that they would have there.
What's that?
Think of the bash party that they would have at the Coliseum.
Oh my God, I know. It'll be a toga party.
Toga party. I was thinking about a toga party. Yeah, exactly.
That's what Atlassian should do. Atlassian should open up like a bash party recommendation, like ideas.
Yes.
I know this answer is going to be too cold for most people, so it's probably not going to make it. But I'd probably say somewhere up north, like Norway or Sweden,
would be amazing.
Do it at the Lego house in Denmark.
I say all this like I'm going to get to go. I'm like, yes, I want to go.
I don't know. Next year, Jira Life may have to see about that.
We will see.
A lot of work for one person. Might need some help.
But then I'd have to get a passport. No, I have a passport. It's just so expired. So I feel like
yours is expired.
I know you guys have to create a task for me.
Is it expired though? Like that legit?
Oh, mine is so expired, and it breaks my heart how expired my passport is.
Sarah, before I got my current passport, mine was so expired it had my baby picture in it.
You guys all suck. They're giving me a hard time, and look at you. You're different than me.
Right.
It's because we've been there. We don't want you to repeat our mistakes, Alex.
Exactly. And now you have the luxury of having an easier to renew passport, unlike mine will be. But that'll be okay. We'll get there.
So, what is the first trip that you're gonna do with your new passport? Are you planning on on any trips, or you're gonna wait for the Atlassian team?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till
Europe?
somebody forces me to go somewhere.
Okay.
I'm like
I,
1 hour away from Mexico.
Fede, we need to talk about that because I do need. Alex has been going on about how he wasted the money on the password stuff, so I need to arrange some trips in Europe for this boy.
Yeah.
And he's had his requirements. I don't agree with them. It's more fun when you don't speak the language, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Case in point.
You gotta go to the bathroom. You're like, where the heck is the bathroom?
But everyone
That's
knows
the
English.
adventure.
We'll just get
Yeah,
you
exactly.
flashcards with pictures. This is
That's
what I
the
need.
adventure.
The
Toilet.
Viper.
Exactly. As Ronnie says, it's a big adventure, and that's the adventure.
Why
That's
would
the,
you,
that's
like, I am like everything. I have a tool that helps me organize my life. Why would I want to go?
And
on
you
this
don't
adventure
have
of
Google
efficiency?
Translate on your phone?
exactly.
There's a tool for that too.
I don't like uncertainty. Like I'm a planner.
Well, but going around, and knowing places and knowing people, it's fun, and if you want to go to the bathroom in Poland and you don't know how to say it, that's when your charismatic Alex comes in, it's
You
like,
just can't.
Yeah.
dude, I need to
Just go.
pee, it's like
And to be
Mhm.
honest, Poland, a lot of people spoke English.
You're
A
right.
lot of people spoke
Yeah.
English, so it wasn't a problem. If
Mhm.
I absolutely needed to communicate, I was able to.
Yeah, that's
You know-
pretty good.
I am curious. So speaking of languages and how has Atlassian been with supporting the other languages? I know I've seen some work going on with JSM with translations for portals and whatnot. And so, is working with the Jira products fairly well translated or localized?
Well, from my side here in Spain, I haven't used them, but I know that they work pretty decently. It's like those translations are decent, and they're professional and they work. I have seen others in German. I believe that one of the biggest languages that they translated into was German. And
Uh-huh.
I've seen them. I don't know much German, but what I've seen, it's also okay. I hope that there's a German person in the peanut gallery, that can
Right.
agree with that.
So are you using it when you use it, are you using Spanish or do you have it in English?
No, I have it in English.
Interesting.
Every tool that I use is in English, but since we develop apps, we need to test it in different languages. We did that before because we used to have one of our apps that it was. I think the project track was in Spanish, Exporter was also in Spanish, but they're not in Spanish anymore. Because since most of our clients are using it in English, we decided to keep it in English. Yeah, we had some requests about translating them in German, but I used to test them in different kinds of languages, and it was working well. Since I needed to change the language, I needed to use Jira in different languages.
Mhm.
When you change to other language like Hungarian, something like that, that's you don't understand anything,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. But
Yeah, that was one of the questions that I had was like, how do companies around the world develop these apps, right? Because the languages, I'm assuming when you're talking APIs are all in English and stuff, right? So I'm assuming there's a huge English element,
Mhm.
but naturally you want to articulate your thoughts and ideas and concepts in Spanish, no? So like, what language are your requirements in, English or Spanish?
English. We try to develop.
Don't you risk losing something in translation?
If we lose something in translation, we'll know because we meet there. There's a lot of meetings. There's a lot of reviewing. Most of our stuff, is written in English. If there's something that needs to be set down in Spanish, it will be set down in Spanish. And that's it. But sometimes it's easy for us to
But
get
this moment right here, that doesn't happen in your native language.
What is that?
That hesitation as you're staring up to translate whatever you were thinking back into English.
No. Well, I was thinking about when we get tired, I was remembering, I wasn't translating, because sometimes
I'm assuming that happens though, no? Don't you
Yeah.
get caught up in the thinking of how do I say what I want to say from Spanish to English or from a different language to English?
No, but when we get tired, we just go back to Spanish. When we have meetings, the meetings are in Spanish. Whatever we write down, most of it is in English. Because clients are talking to us, are writing to us in English. And we need to express ourselves. We need to focus on our clients, on our end users, in English. And that's why we write down different definitions. We write down the developers whatever they need to write, the documentations of whatever they develop are in English. API, they need to write everything down from the APIs in English, so we can build the documentation later, for those APIs. But most of our meetings are in Spanish. I remember that for almost 3 years, maybe 4. Well, I don't remember. I'm hesitating right now, but it was a few years, that we started doing our dailies every day. Every single day, we started our dailies in English. Everyone was talking in English, was speaking in English for more than half an hour every day. Because we like to talk. We like to express ourselves. And I think that the team improved a lot in their English expressions, and it was I saw that when everyone was trying to write down issues, when definition, etc., etc. But this year, since the team is getting bigger, and well, and sometimes we get really tired about speaking in English, and the meetings are longer and longer. We decided not to make it mandatory. So dailies now are in Spanish. They're faster. They're a little bit more efficient.
That's what I would assume. Yeah, because I know, like, do you Canelo? Do you know Canelo?
Yeah, Alvarez. Yes,
the boxer.
Good. Yeah, boxer, big boxer, and one of the best ones. Yeah.
When you listen to Canelo in Spanish, right? When he's trash talking in Spanish, like, he's gonna rip you to pieces.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's just gonna like destroy you and like wipe the floor with you.
Yeah.
But you making trash talk in English, and you're like, who the heck is this guy?
Oh, it was listener. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Like, and even Fluffy's gotten in trouble for making fun of him for that. But I would assume that, like, when you, and I see this, I work with global teams a lot, and I see it a lot, right? When they're trying to articulate, hey, I want Jira to do this, and they're like just struggling with the right word. But as soon as we switch it back to Spanish, they're able to like confidently express exactly what they want, how they want it, why they want it, right? But that's why I'm like, I've always been curious of like, how do non-English companies do it where with this?
The thing is that, well, I've learned a lot to listen to the clients, and the needs. Whenever you spend so much time listening to the problems they have with your app, what they need with your app, you kind of make the words already. You have a dictionary already in your head, and you kind of know what they're going to say, and I think that my colleagues also have that. It's like right now, if I have a meeting with something that has requirements for our apps, I think that I have 90% of those words. I already know them, and I know what they mean and what the client means, and so on. Whereas if you ask me during my first year, I was like, so what's JSM? It's like and so on. It's like,
I think that's the thing, though. If you're speaking a second language and you're not understanding someone said, and you say, "Excuse me, can you please clarify?" They're usually pretty happy to clarify for you.
Yes, exactly.
Rephrase it, do whatever they got to do so they can get the point across. So, I mean, that's the point of communication here. Is if you don't understand something, just ask.
Exactly.
I can make a strong argument that says even when you are speaking the language, I mean, we can all make this argument, even when you are speaking the same language,
Yeah,
getting across meetings and intents, can be challenging. And especially, for instance, when we're working with folks where Atlassian is a new product to them, and then they have all the vocabulary from what they're currently using. And so they use this word and you're like, yeah, over here, it means something completely different, right? And so they keep saying this thing, and then you have to already be translating what they're talking about. So it's just layer upon layer of having to translate. Cannot imagine what that is like to have to go through those 2 layers of language and understanding.
exactly. And I go even further, because what we just said is like English is the common language for this technological business, for this technological tech ecosystem. And we're global. So we have clients in China, we have clients in India, we have clients in Germany, and not all of them know a lot of English. I don't want to say broken English, because there's not most of the people that I talk to, had really broken English, but sometimes it's a challenge, to get your point across, of what you need to hear from them and
Right,
what
but
they want.
that's
to
exactly like doubling down on that though. Like going back to the development story, like when you're trying to express a requirement, a functionality, a feature, right?
Yeah.
That thing has to be clear as day, because if you hesitate even for like a half a second, and you in your mind mistranslate something, that is the difference between building an orange and an apple.
Yeah, but Alex, you're not gonna listen to it once, as Rodney and Sarah say. It's gonna be, if you don't understand, just ask. Could you?
But it's not letting you
please-
understand. Like you're creating it for the first time. So how
Yeah.
do you know that it's the wrong thing when you just brought it to life for the first time?
But I bet that there's gonna be more meetings, right? So are we going somewhere with this thing? It's like the first meeting is gonna be, I need a button right here. Okay, it needs to do this thing. Okay, cool. We write it down. Okay, let's see how we can do it. Okay, next week we'll have another meeting. And then okay, we thought about this. How do you think? Oh no, it's not like that. It's gone. Please do it.
Right, but what if
It's
you
not
didn't
even a
want
button.
It's not even a
What if
button.
you didn't want the button?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even a button.
But you see though, but the problem still is though, right? Like you now then still spent 1 or 2, hypothetically 1 or 2 weeks to come to the realization of something that should have taken you a millisecond.
Yeah.
You think?
Whoa, I don't know.
I think if you're in your native language, though, you wouldn't have made that mistake. You wouldn't have misrepresented the button.
I mean, are you saying that this doesn't happen when people are speaking the same language, Alex? Because
right.
I've worked at plenty of software companies. It happens even when everyone is speaking their first language.
And I would say a lot of times it's because they're also telling you what they think they want, because it's based on their experience, and they don't have the ability sometimes to tell you the outcome. They just start telling you the solution and how to build it, right?
Bob is right. A picture's worth
And then
a thousand
it is.
words.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he's absolutely right.
Compliments whiteboards. Big money.
Yeah, but communication, man. It's like you don't communicate by saying button here. It's like, please come again. It's like, could you explain yourself, elaborate a little bit? And then,
like for me, the first time I heard a campo, right? This is a great thing, right? Somebody asked me like, "Hey, like, necesito un campo in Jira," and I'm like, "What are you playing soccer?"
Yeah, exactly.
I did not know that a freaking campo was a field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's the literal translation. That's what.
Yeah,
how we
and
call
like
it.
I had.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole translation problem, right? I saw the note up there, right? Like the German is terrible. That's been my experience. I don't speak German, but I've had to help get websites translated in German and web apps translated. And when we send it out, we get it translated, then the people actually test it, and it's like, well, this word might make if this button has this word, it makes sense in this situation. You need a totally different word, and for that same button in a different context. But for us in English, the word is cancel. Cancel here, cancel here. same meaning, and they're like, no, different meanings. Anyway, we could have a whole show on that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
just to wrap it up, and like Atlassian, right? Like I think that's the beautiful part of this community is that diversity of we're all have our native languages, our native tongues, and yet we all still come together to build a tool or something for that one tool. And then we all still come together as teams and hang out and like feel like we've been friends for years, even though everybody has all these diverse backgrounds and stuff. I think that's one of my favorite parts about all this.
Yeah.
You're doing it again,
Let's
Alex.
screenshot that. I need a screenshot. Hold on to that. Hang on.
Oh,
All right, done.
All right, so are we hitting this guy with the Quizlet?
We are hitting the guy with Quizlet.
Should we do it in Spanish?
If you want to translate dim sum to Spanish, by all means.
Yes.
Maybe I'll answer them faster. I don't know.
Maybe. All right, so Fede, our quick Quizlet is 5 questions. They're going to be either A or B, fill in the blank, some format of that. The idea is to give your answer as fast as possible after I read each question. You'll have some time after each question to explain your answer, for which Alex will judge you. But we want your answer as fast as possible.
Cool.
All right, so question number 1. Tapas or dim sum?
Tapas.
Alex?
I don't even know what that first one is.
Oh my.
What?
Tapas is correct.
Yeah, tapas is correct. Just leave
It
it
is
there.
the correct
No,
answer.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. But tapas is the correct answer.
Dim sum are really good too. There's a big restaurant here. Good too, but tapas, man.
What is this tapas thing?
Google
Tapas.
it after the show.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So,
Set question number
Oh.
2. The marketplace app I cannot live without is
Project Track.
Alex.
I can't fight with that one, but I'm obligated to say that revise should have been the right answer.
Makes
He's
sense.
under contract.
Under contract, yeah.
My
Obligated,
attorneys have advised me to remind you that back up your Jira with revise.
All right. So question number 3 is the last book I read was
The last book I read was
What is
well,
it?
it's kind of boring, but it's really interesting communication book
Like Vienna?
about no,
With the user guide to Vienna?
no, it's not. It's not Vienna. That will come when Atlassian makes the team 27. In
Yeah.
Vienna. Yeah, exactly. No, and it's called The Island with 5 how would you say lighthouses. The Island with 5
All right.
lighthouses. It's a Spanish book. It's about Menorca, which is an island, from the east coast of Spain, and it has that small island has 5 lighthouses, and it's the book is all about communication and how those 5 lighthouses represent something about communication, and it's really interesting. If you want to check it out, go ahead. I bet that it's already translated, into different languages.
If not,
Do you have your link where you get a portion of that?
Yeah.
I think it was the wrong answer, wasn't it, Alex? Go ahead.
Like the tapas, I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
Oh, but what book should have been the last book he read?
I told you the user, like the visitor's guide to Vienna.
The beginner's guide to Vienna. Yeah.
This was the last book.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, no one. Yeah, exactly.
That's the right answer, friend.
That's what
Yes.
Sarah's going with that. Now I got you, Sarah. Now I got you.
So question
Next
number
time.
4.
Next week,
Yeah.
we'll tee it up for next week, Sarah.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm doing it with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So question number 4. This one is left over from last week, I'm sure. Jira or Trello?
Jira. Yeah, Jira.
You know I can't
Alex?
compete with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what
Alex
is Trello?
agrees, respectfully agrees.
I will tell you that I put some shorts recently on like what is Jira, what is like Confluence and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And like, wait, what is Trello got like 5 views? About Trello. I was like, well, there goes a whole series of Trello I was gonna do.
They're like, I thought it was Tasty Jello. What's Trello?
Tropical Jello, obviously.
Yes,
Tropical
I
gel.
love that.
Brittany is going to kill me next time I see her. It's a good thing I'm missing out on 225. All right, so the last question. Last question.
Yep.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, of course not.
What are you talking about?
It does
Pineapple.
not belong in pizza, man.
But it does with the jamon. That's the whole thing.
No, that's different kind of ham. Even it's like it's crazy. It's like no, man.
Pineapple and ham is what's supposed to be on the pizza.
I'm really sorry. My Italian blood comes out. And it's like no, man. No. I'm sorry, but no.
What about your jamon? Do you put your jamon on the pizza or never?
Yeah, and it's really good. When
I
it's
put some
toasted.
pineapple on it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I may have gotten some home from Europe with me, and it may have gone on some pizza here recently.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and you did well because it's really good. Crispy jamon. From the oven is really nice. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all are killing me. It's dinner time here.
Yeah,
it's dinner time here
let's
too.
go.
I already had dinner, but I can have second dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Oh, wait,
hobbits.
see,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt the Quizlet. Do you siesta? Do you take a siesta? I need to know.
Only on weekends. No, not during the week. Yeah, only on weekends because usually where weekends it's the time that you go out, and meet friends, and have cañas, which is beer and tapas, around the city, and then you come home, and you sleep a siesta, and then you do the same in the afternoon. You go out and do the same in the afternoon, and that's it.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of siesta, and after a barbecue too. Yeah.
I worked for a company where I think we had to account for siestas in hours that we were publishing on, open hours on our website there was time for siesta.
I take a siesta every day, and it's very rewarding.
Oh man. Okay, sorry. Back to you, Rodney.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm finishing with siesta right here. Sometimes when you're really tired, a half an hour nap, a half an hour siesta brings you up. A lot. But no, I don't usually do that, during the week, but during the weekends I do it a lot.
All right. Well, that's quick Quizlet. 5 questions. Alex, we've got to work. If you want to go to Spain, we've got to work on some of the stuff. Not knowing what tapas is unforgivable.
Oh my gosh.
Tapas.
I know what taco is.
Yeah, you're gonna love tapas. So how did I do in the quiz? What did I win?
Alex?
I won that book, right? Sarah? That book that you...
I'm just gonna go. Ladies and gentlemen, he got a 5 out of 5. Round of applause for 5 out of 5.
Nice. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, Fede, thank you for being on. It's been a pleasure. We have to get you back on the show. Next week, we've got a familiar face showing up. Sarah Wright will be here with a special guest. Sarah, you want to share?
It's my mom.
Oh.
So my mom is not an Atlassian user, but if my mom could time travel, she would have loved the product. And I think she has some fun stories about working in the 70s on some of the first computers and good stories about some things she's done and experienced just about working life in general that we can equate and see how the Atlassian products might have helped her.
Tell her we're going to be asking her about her backup strategies in the 70s. I'd like to remind you all that in 2024
she'll be like, I took my manual car and I put it in reverse. My mom is 85. So let's just put some context around that. She's 85. She's an absolute character. And I just think it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
And as a heads up, the following week, Alex and our producer, King Bob, will be in Austin, Texas. There will be an ACE event published. We'll get that somewhere in a description at some point. definitely go and check them out. But because they will be gone for the show, we're having a very special episode, and I don't want to spoil anything else before a big announcement on that. Just be excited. I'm really excited about this one.
I have the insider scoop, and I'm super excited.
But as we always say, we didn't choose the Jira Life. Jira Life chose us.
Wait, better give it to us in Spanish.
Yeah.
Nosotros no elegimos la vida de Jira. La vida de Jira nos eligió a nosotros.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you. Jira!
Thank you for listening to the Jira Life. Our hosts are Alex, Dr. Jira Ortiz, and Rodney, the Jira Guy, Nissen. You can find Alex on YouTube at 8Tech Tutorials, and Rodney's blog is found over at thejiraguy.com. Our producers are Robert King Bob Wen and Lina Ortiz. You can catch us live as we record this podcast every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at The Jira Life. Be sure to join us and our other Jira Amigos of the Peanut Gallery every week to ask your questions, let us know your comments, and just tell us what you're up to. But if you can't join us live, you can still catch the replay over on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell while you're watching. We're also available as a podcast over on Apple iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you listen to it and think it deserves a rating, we would very much appreciate it, as it will help others discover the Jira Life. Because we didn't choose the Jira Life. The Jira Life chose us.